Hey, hello, and welcome to yet another competition here on Go Mode Podcast. I'm SwedishArcticFox, and today's game is between Minous27 and Telmiran. I'm joined in the booth here by KaptienKOEK. Welcome.
Thanks. Hello, I'm KaptienKOEK. You can translate it to Captain Cookie. I am really excited to comment on this match. Tournament has been fun so far, so I'm wondering what kind of seed we'll get next.
Yeah, this will be interesting. It is a race between, like I said, Telmiran and Minous, and I think this is game 2 for these runners, not against each other, but I think it's game 2 out of 6 that they are playing today. We're playing open mode, sword ashore, so it could be a little different here where they will go, but both our runners are having a mentor. I know Telmiran is routing by Nobly, and I think Minous, did you know who his mentor is?
Yes, 2C is going to mentor Minous. And this is indeed the second round of the Swiss round of the mentor tournament. I think both of them have lost their first match, so this is in the currently in the lower half, but obviously we only had one round so far, so anything can still happen.
Yeah, and we have some awesome people in the chat I can see. Obscure Lifeform and Legendary Moon. Hi guys, and Philly. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if how Nobly and 2C+ is gonna route their runners here. Yeah, so I'm hoping for a good, nice seed here. What are you hoping for the start here?
Well, I am hoping for their sake, maybe they have a couple of items so they can enter Dark World easily. But as is often the case, maybe the commentator's curse will strike once again, and we'll see an Agassi, which can also be fun. But I do hope that they get enough items so they can really diverse their routing, so we can see a lot of different stuff early on.
Yeah, and if we're gonna get that Dark World access early, I know the runners is gonna be feeling a little bit afraid because it's so much to do, and if you're going, what are you gonna do when you get so many options? So that's always interesting to see, and that's kind of usual in an open seed. You get a lot of options early on.
Indeed, and here they go. They already diverted their routes right at the start. We see nothing in particular in the first two chests in the runner's house and the sanctuary, but let's see how they'll do in the next couple of checks.
Yeah, but something good there from Minous is it's gonna start with bombs, so that's really useful for KaptienKOEK here.
Indeed. Looks like he's trying to kill a couple of guards, maybe for tree pull.
Yeah, you have to kill at least one if you wanted to pull that tree to get some items.
There's some money from Uncle and some money in the chest near Uncle, so nothing special as of yet.
Yeah, by the looks of it, Telmiran is gonna go all the way through escape here. We don't have to save the princess today because this is not the standard mode.
Yes, and looks like Minous is doing a map check. I see green pendant on Hera, red crystal in Eastern, and a regular crystal at Desert Palace.
Yeah, so I'm guessing we're gonna see maybe a late bow then, because you always want to see if they're gonna do a early Eastern gamble or not.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how they will run their race. We haven't really found anything so far. Of course, it's early in the seed, so we can still find a lot of things, but it's just some money and keys so far.
Yeah, the excitement is building up. Who did the earlier good routing here? We're gonna wait and see. Soon we're gonna get a lot of checks here from Minous because he's gonna go into Kakariko.
Yeah, and because he picked up those bombs earlier, like you mentioned, at least he can do a lot of the checks in Kakariko Village, which is obviously very nice. Don't have to buy bombs right away. Saving some 50 rupees, so that's good.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to buy an item from the bottle vendor as well. So it's always nice to have the money for that. And oh, there's a lot of money. So and the glove.
Yes, the first progressive item found by Minous. Telmiran, meanwhile, still looking for something. He did find some bombs of his own, so that's good.
Yeah, and a lot of money and the glove. That could mean that Sora is gonna be a really interesting choice here because that is already in logic.
Yes, you're right. We can see, oh, look, there's a blue mail for Telmiran. So maybe he will have an easier time going through the dungeons. But let's see what Minous can find in Kakariko besides the first gloves.
Yeah, and with that blue mail for Telmiran, I saw Wario was turning into Valuigi there.
Yes, he did. Looks a bit different. Okay, nothing in the well so far. Probably going ahead and check what the vendor has for sale today. And it's just 20 rupees. What a ripoff.
Yeah, usually bad deals at that guy. Would be nice to see a bottle here so we can check off the sick kid as well.
Yeah, that would be very nice. It's unfortunate for Telmiran that he didn't find a bottle in Escape. That would have put him not exactly ahead, but that's just another check you can check off your mark. So that would be nice.
Yeah, I know a lot of runners like to do different stuff before going to Kakariko just because of that, maybe to activating the flute and also getting that bottle for sick kid.
Yes, but it looks like they have to leave the sick kid alone for now. Just going to check library, racing game, and I assume if nothing's found over there, they'll save and quit, and maybe look for South Shore.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a big possibility that they will go there. Oh, with a fire rod.
Okay, so they will definitely need boots to get that fire rod.
Yeah, that can mean that we're gonna get an early boots or a really late boots.
Just some money on the racing game. Save and quits.
Oh, so Kite didn't have much, just that glove.
Yeah, it's really empty. I'm a bit surprised about that. Maybe, yes?
I was just saying that I like this play from Minous right away, going to check the back here of Escape with that glove.
Yeah, that's a very heads-up play. Easy to forget about early on, but it can definitely have something. And we already saw on Telmiran's screen that the front of Escape didn't have anything, so maybe this is the right play to do. We found some flippers.
Oh, now the Sora area is gonna be really interesting.
This is an interesting one. Let's see what Minous decides to do. If Minous is going up, no, going to the South Shore, it seems.
Yeah, I'm going for Mini Mulgron right away, skipping the dam for now.
Telmiran about to get a horrible deal from the vendor.
We have 5 new fresh items here in Mini Mulgron Cave. Could this be something interesting?
I do hope so for the runners, but if not, I mean, they will have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, we have a lot to check now, and yeah, I'm really excited about seeing Sora area. I'm guessing we're gonna see some good items there this time.
Indeed, and there is our first medallion. It's Quake.
It isn't giving us much.
No, it's not very... what I was saying, I hope we have some good items so they can diverge. We have a couple of items, but it's not like they really have a choice right now. They have to check what they're checking right now.
Yeah, just have to be a little bit careful here. Just down on 1.5 heart. Those crabs take 2 damage of some reason. So I'm hoping he's going to be a little bit careful here.
Yep, and I see that Telmiran is just going ahead to do the racing game. I understand that. If I almost found nothing before this part, I usually just think there must be something in a racing game, but obviously it's not the case this time.
Yeah, I like that play. I usually do that as well.
The Ice Rod Cave just has some blueberries.
And we see some more divergence. Telmiran is checking dam here. And he hasn't gone to the back of his game.
But yes, indeed. We will see some new items. I wonder if this is actually the play that we should have done in the first place, but it's always just a gamble, so let's see where this leads to.
Yeah, and Minous is gonna do the water checks here, the flipper checks. Gonna check floating island here first. Or, I mean, Lake Island. Wow!
Oh, there! Wow, that's in the midst? The location is known, but now they still need Dark World access.
Yeah,
and
so
Minous
funny.
needs to watch out. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier that I had a really bad seed a couple of days ago, and I found the mates on the floating island, or Lake Haley Island. Well, what do you know? There they are.
How about just some arrows? And Telmiran is going ahead to do the medium Moldorm Cave. Gonna find its Quake. I'm probably going to do the same checks as Minous is doing right now. Okay, let's see. Telmiran finishing off the mini Moldorm. And Minous on his way to Waterfall Cave, and then presumably the Zora checks.
Yeah, and both runners have to be a bit careful here. Just one half and a heart on Minous and then 1 heart on Telmiran.
Yep, they could really use a heart container. Oh wow, there's a second progressive outfit, so at least they can get red mail really early.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of hearts, but with that red mail, this game is gonna be much easier.
Dural Edge has...
Oh,
I couldn't read. I think it's a bow, yeah. I'm curious what they're gonna do. Maybe they'll just go into Eastern and wing the dark rooms and then get the first crystal. Ooh, nice dodge.
Yeah, and we don't have the moon pearl yet, and Telmiran doesn't have picked up those flippers in back of escape, so I'm guessing it's not gonna do the Zora checks for now.
You're right. I'm wondering, they still haven't checked Sarah Hassel's closet either, so that's also maybe a good incentive for Minous to go ahead to the eastern part.
Yeah, and we can full clear the Crystal Eastern Palace here as well. I mean, it's lamp locked, but I think the runners can handle that quite well.
Yes, and I also think that having a mentor right now will help, even if you're not really comfortable doing a couple of the dark rooms. The ones in Eastern are not the most difficult to do, and especially having a mentor around will help if they are not sure where to stand exactly. So I think that will be a huge boon for them.
Yeah, and talking about dark rooms, we're gonna see Dark Crosshair from Telmiran.
That is an interesting play. We haven't seen what's on Dark Cross yet.
Yeah, but we have seen the map, so we know there is an item at least.
Ooh, that's the hook shot on Minous. Sarahasa is really just keeping some good stuff to himself.
Yeah, now we have a lot of access up on the mountain as well. Same there, we don't have logical access there, but we can go with that glove through the dark mountain.
Indeed. That's a really good possibility, and there are a lot of checks on Death Mountain they can check right now. So I am curious if that's what they will do after Eastern.
Yeah, and Telmiran are now in the Dark Cross room, so let's see if he's gonna find that chest.
Telmiran has to be a bit careful, but he still has 2 hearts, so that's nice. Just a big key so far, over on Minous side.
Telmiran half a heart left here.
Ah, that's too bad.
Hopefully it's nothing good there.
Yeah, I mean, it's still out of luck. And there's the hammer at Minous side, so Eastern is definitely a good play to do right now.
Yeah, Minous has had a really nice routing so far, getting those flippers and getting the bow into Eastern here. So it worked out really well for him.
Indeed, and there's the map check from Telmiran. Also going ahead over to the eastern part, it seems. So we'll be finding a hookshot and the hammer pretty soon. Oh, no, wait. He's checking the water checks first.
Yeah, luckily for Telmiran, that's the right play because he's gonna get that bow before heading up to eastern area.
Yeah, and he really wants to go to eastern area because we also found the flute. And I think those are all the items available. Yeah, Minous is skipping the right side, just going ahead to kill the boss.
Yeah, we had the hammer, the flute, and I think there was a heart container there on the last chest.
Yeah, there was. So he's fully loaded on items in Eastern. Gonna do this dark room. Go ahead and finish off Armos to get the first crystal of the seed.
Yeah, and having that sword early on here is gonna really help here in the dark rooms. So it's nice usage there from Minous.
Indeed, it is. Navigating dark rooms is really nice with a sword. So that's also a good thing for the mentees right now, getting the sword early, so they can, if they have to, they can just do a couple of dark rooms early, which is really nice.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting to see where the lamp is gonna turn up. I mean, before Eastern here, we found the hookshot, but without it, without the lamp, I think the only logical place left was Agina. But now we have found the flute, we have all the mountain as well, so it could be like everywhere, and Eastern could be logical a double dip.
Yeah, it could be. I think obviously the fire rod is on library, so maybe we can find some boots early, but I think the lamp, it could be anywhere at this point, especially with the flute.
Nice fight there from Minous, getting his first crystal.
Yes, Telmiran finding the first bow, probably heading over to Eastern.
Yeah, and Minous is gonna activate that flute. And from there, I'm guessing it's gonna be a mountain play.
I think so. I may have missed it, but I think Telmiran has the red meal upgrade right now.
Yeah, he's turned into Mario.
Exactly. And he will stay Mario for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Minous activating the flute. Curious to see where Minous will go from here.
Yeah, and Telmiran picked up that hook shot in back of Sashla's closet. Oh, right, yeah. Minous hasn't done damn yet.
Yeah, that's a good heads-up play. Ah, that missed the hookshot glitch, but not a really big deal. But it feels kind of bad if you try and you just fail it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a time save. You don't have to go in twice here.
And Telmiran entering Eastern Palace will probably be happy with the things he will find, but maybe feels like he could have checked this earlier. So I wonder what's going inside their minds right now.
Well, I'm guessing he found that bow quite late, so I'm thinking he's kinda happy about it. Yo, nice that I got the bow before I went there.
Yeah, that is true. And if he's also comfortable doing the one dark room they have to do in Eastern this time, at least he can also get the crystal right away. Just a single trip to Eastern is always nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see Minous is checking Angina's cave. This is the first check we see here.
Indeed. It's just 10 arrows, not the lamp we were thinking of.
Yeah. So that means that I think it was a required double dip here.
Yeah, if you follow the logic, I'd assume that lamp is locked behind the flute somewhere Death Mountain, probably.
Yeah, we're gonna do some more off-logic things here.
There's the flute for Telmiran. Gonna grab the heart container from the big chest and probably going ahead to kill the Armos Knights.
Yeah. And he also realized that he has all the 3 items he needs here from Eastern.
Yes, very nice. I think Minous returned with the old man. There he is. Ooh. Getting trolled a bit.
And I like the comment Obscure Lifeform went here in chat, checking old man. I don't understand any of these plays. Unfortunately for him, he didn't check that on his latest game, and I know that cost probably his game there. But I'm excited to see him in the next game in the bronze final of his tournament.
Looks like we're getting 2 more checks, just some money. A lot of money, actually, on Spectacle Rock. And that's a little bit of love.
So nothing really fun yet there up here.
No, but he still has the entirety of the right side of Death Mountain. So, still a lot of checks to do.
Yeah, and the good thing that we don't have found a lamp yet, that means that Aga is not in logic.
Telmiran going for the quick kill. And he succeeds. Very nice.
Yeah, wow, really nice fight there.
First 2 checks in Eastern Death Mountain. Nothing much, just an arrow and some money.
Yeah, will we see the Moon Pearl here, or are we getting like the book who's gonna lead us away and go maybe to the desert?
I wouldn't be surprised. That's another medallion, ether. Ooh, the Master Sword. I don't know if he's happy to see that, but who knows?
Yeah, early Master Sword, well, it's nice, but that can also mean that, is Aga is gonna be in logic here?
We just need the lamp. Nice bomb jump over there. And Telmiran finished up Eastern. Is now heading over to KAPtienKOEK to activate the flute, and probably do most of the checks that Minous already did as well.
Yeah, and for new people here in chat, we found one really nice item, or at least we have seen one, and that was on Lake Hyla Island. There was the mitts.
Yes, and we also found the fire rod, but it's also inaccessible because it's still on the library.
Oh, right, yeah, so we have found two really nice items that we can't get yet.
Yeah, this seed is all about teasing you with what ifs. And there's our first bottle.
Yeah, so let's see if the runners is gonna remember to check Sick Kid after that.
Yeah.
We're gonna see a Hera pot here. Have to stand on the right pixel here, drop the bomb, go up in the corner, and then turn right, and also on the right pixel we have to stand, get the bomb. Nice. Oh, almost got it.
That's too bad. To be honest, this is one of the tricks I still have to learn. The bomb one. I know super speed one, but obviously you're not always going to be at Hera with boots. So this is the preferred way to at least know the way. If you just have some bombs to work with and a hookshot, of course.
Yeah, hopefully third time's a charm here. Can be a bit tricky because you have to stand on the right pixel twice and then turn left and then up. If you don't turn left, you can get soft lock there as well, so you don't want that.
Indeed. That happened to me when I first succeeded in doing Harapot. Thankfully, it was just a solo race. Casual thing for me myself, but still,
yeah,
feels kind of bad.
Yeah, I have to learn the hard way. And Telmiran is now also up on the mountain here. Gonna get that Master Sword as well, I think, in the Paradox Cave.
Indeed. And I may have missed it, but have you seen an item in Hera yet?
One. Yeah, we've seen one. I didn't think there was anything important, but I think we've seen one item, yeah.
You're seeing the hammer strats for everyone's favorite worm, Molar.
Yeah, just 3 hammer shots here, and he's down.
Very clean.
And that means we get the green pendant, so now we can go back to Sashala. Oh, and it's an item in the basement that we can't get because we don't have a fire source.
Indeed. That's just rough.
Yeah, and the chat is pointing out here, it was the first bottle we found there in the first basement.
Yes, you're right. So we do have the sick kid check. Very smart, Minous, not forgetting to check the spiral cave.
Yeah, well, whilst you're up here, it's nice to get that check out of the way.
Yeah, it's easy to complete a dungeon and then forget about it, but it's good to see that Minous didn't forget about it this time, so maybe there's something over here.
Yeah, and we don't have much checks left, so it's a big chance that something's here. It's gonna be this bottle, the sick kid, or... Ooh, there's the boots.
That is a really important item. That means Minous can go fetch the fire rod from library.
Yeah, and fire rod means that we can go back up to Hera and get the moon pearl in the basement. Or what do you think, guys?
That's what everyone wants, right? Moon pearl in the basement? Yes?
Yeah, it would be really mean, but it could happen. Let's see first if it's gonna be something here on the green pendant.
Meanwhile, Telmiran also heading into Hera. Just some 20 rupees from the green pendant.
Yeah, so we have Bonk Rocks, Sick Kid, I think Basement, and that's the only 3 checks left, right?
I think so. They cannot access Desert Palace right now. They cannot access... I mean, they can access Dark World, but they don't have a Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
So not much left. Minous still hasn't done the front of escape, so maybe that's one of the checks that is going to happen after getting the fire rod. But we'll see.
I'm guessing it's gonna go there, but we know there's nothing there.
Yeah, but I think they would prefer to check the front of escape and instead of having to go back to the basement of Era. But
Yeah,
yeah.
Shad is pointing out something that would be even meaner is it's gonna be lamp in basement of Era.
Oh my god.
Why is Shad always so mean?
I mean, they can check Lumberjack right now because they have the boots, and maybe there's a progression. Maybe it's the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, that could be something big, of course, but we still need an item for getting there.
Indeed.
So either Bonk Rocks or Hera Basement is gonna be our progression here. If I haven't missed something.
If it's Hera Basement, I feel so bad for the runner.
But if it's there, I'm guessing both runners gonna last locate that.
Telmiran, meanwhile, I think hit 2 hammers, 3 hammer shots, and there goes Moldorm. So that's first pendant for Telmiran.
Yeah,
of course,
nice.
we know it doesn't lead to anything, but at least he has this one down.
Yeah, we're hoping Telmiran also is gonna go to Spiral Cave, and also pointing out that Minous actually got the boots here, so he's gonna do front of escape here a little bit faster.
Yeah, that is true. Basically, if you find boots or flute early, you always save some time compared to the people that don't.
Yep. And I see that discussion is made here in the chat, and they're talking about Dark Cross. And that could be something, maybe not the logical one that's gonna lead us ahead, but of course it could be something interesting there.
Indeed. I am curious because I feel like, I mean, you want to find Moon Pearl somewhere, and at this point in time, it doesn't seem logical to have the Moon Pearl in basement. Maybe if the chat is right and there's a lamp in her basement, that means you could easily check the Dark Cross as well.
Yeah.
It looks like Minous is setting up a Death Warp. Is probably going to check the Dark Cross after this. Finding the red mail.
Yeah, and at this point, Minous has the fire rod, so it's gonna be a little bit easier guiding to that chest there in the Dark Cross.
Indeed.
And I think it's in logic with the fire rod.
Yeah, I was not sure, but it's also something I'm reading in chat right now. It's with fire rod, this check is in logic.
Oh, wow, and if this is something big, I feel really bad for Telmiran, who could have gotten that really early.
Yeah, it's just, it can happen. If there is a progressive item in Dark Cross, it's a big, feels bad moment for Telmiran, but let's just wait and see what Minous will find in the Dark Cross chest.
Yeah, meanwhile, Telmiran is picking up that fire rod. Let's see where she's going from here. Ooh, just bombs in Dark Cross. We're gonna see Bonk Rocks from Telmiran here, and probably a check on Lumberjack as well.
Yeah, I think so too. If you're already on the way, doing the bonks.
And
you could just as well check the lumberjack.
yeah, and by the looks of it, I think Minous is gonna do the same thing here.
I think Minous is doing the early lumberjack check, get it out of the way. So we will see both items practically at the same time.
Oh my god, Hera basement.
I missed what was on lumberjack.
I don't know. Was it something on I didn't see it.
It's okay. We can see on Minous' screen in just a bit. I did see that Bonkrox was nothing.
Yeah, and we see people in chat saying that was money on Lumberjack, so not gonna do Aga before that.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh wow, both checks at 50 rupees just to taunt them.
I think the only thing left is Hera basement.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm thinking of other checks they could do, but there's nothing they can do. And if it's not in Hera basement, then maybe Moonpearl is on Pyramid Ledge. But they do need
They need
the lamp, obviously, to get to Aga logically. So it's
yeah. So like the chat said, maybe the lamp is gonna be there. Just
you know,
have to
if
wait
you're
and see.
yeah, if you're doing this, I mean, at least you have a partner in crime with your mentor as well as the other racer. You know that none of you is having. I mean, you're having a good time, but having to go back to Hera basement after finding the fire rod from the library. That's not something I'd call a very fun thing to have to do.
Yeah, and with no mirror, we just have to go around the whole mountain again.
Yeah, it looks like Telmiran is also en route to Hera.
Yeah, and like the discussion in chat, we didn't have the fire source, so we couldn't check the basement at the time we were in Hera.
Indeed, the only way they could have done it is if they had checked Spiral Cave before going into Hera, because Spiral Cave had the boots, and then go back to Kakariko Village, so you can get the fire rod off the library and then do Hera. But I don't think that's the normal play you do. If you're already here, you just want to go and check Hera. Maybe you can just get all items out of the way without ever having to visit the basement. So I really understand why these runners didn't do Spiral Cave and Fire Rod before dipping into Hera.
Moonpearl.
Yep.
And
at least that means... Yeah, sorry?
I was just gonna say that unfortunately Telmiran accidentally floated away when he was up on the mountain, so I had to do another mountain climb here.
You're right. That's too bad, but at least he will find a Moonpearl, so his efforts won't be in vain. But this will be interesting because now they have a lot to play with.
Yeah, but we haven't found a mirror yet, so we can't get those myths.
Okay. We have a 5 and 6 in Skull Woods, Pendant, Mire, Pendant, Turtle Rock.
Wow. Maybe we don't need red cane.
Yeah.
I mean, for Ice Palace, it's logic, but yeah, no Ice Shroud.
I mean, they can do Ice Palace without a red cane, but it's very nice if you do have it. And otherwise, we may see some nice Ice Palace. Wow, Ice Palace bomb jumps. We found the lamp.
Yeah, nothing else in Hype Cave, just that lamp. And chat is pointing out that, yeah, mirror go mode could be, yeah.
Yeah, because we do know where myths are. They are on the Ilia Island, and we do need the mirror to get that. And I think that's right. I think that's all they really need.
Yeah, wow.
And of course, we get the book.
Yeah, so mirror on Ether tablet, anyone?
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Yeah. It was such a brainiac play to do that. Just okay, this is down the run is never gonna do that. So if you do it, that's a really potential big win, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you just say, okay, this seed is such a troll, it has to be there, and you actually find the mirror, you probably won the round.
Yeah.
We find a full heart container at the digging game. It's nice to have a bit of extra protection, even though they have red mail already, but you can always have some uses.
Yeah, and we said Telmiran doing the same thing there. Gonna get the lamp from Hype Cave.
There it is. We see Minous heading over to Village of Outcasts area. Wonder if they might just go ahead and finish off Schoolwoods while they're there. They have the fire rod, so it should be pretty good.
Yeah, it's always nice to see both Skullwoods and Thieves Town having crystals. That's easy, nice dungeons when you have the fire rod and the hammer. So it's gonna be a potential just both double clear here. And
This is-
Divergent.
Yeah, very interesting. Telmiran deciding to head over to Pod.
It's also an item dense dungeon that you have to full clear, or well, you have to clear because of it's crystal.
Yeah, and they have all the items they need right now, so I can understand. And you don't need the mirror to combine this with Eastern Palace because you already did Eastern Palace.
Yeah, that's also a good point there. And we see Minous is going actually for Thieves Town before going into Skullwoods.
Indeed, Minous did find the cape over at the treasure game. And I did realize for Telmiran, it kind of feels bad to have to do Pod without a mirror. But maybe he's lucky and finds the mirror over here. That would be the best news he could get.
Yeah, and something else interesting came to mind that we have a lot of mirror checks, but today we're not gonna see them because when we get that mirror, like I said before, we are in go mode, so no notorious checks of the mirror checks today.
We find Bombos over in Thieves Town. So we have the set of medallions complete, even though both Meyer and Todorok are not required, as far as we know.
Yeah, and
we
the
have to
mirror
enter.
is not gonna be in Meyer or Turtle Rock because we're gonna need a mitts.
Indeed.
Yeah, we need a mirror to get the mitts.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So at least it would mean they won't have to check either of those, and that will definitely save some time.
Yeah, so all the mid checks is gone as well today.
I do wonder if both runners feel comfortable enough to maybe have to do a silverless Master Sword Genin fight. On the other hand, you also often see swords and maybe even silvers in Genin's tower, so I wouldn't be surprised if they find the mirror, they just go mode every dungeon and hope maybe they find something in Genin's tower.
Yeah, I think so. Just checking some chests on the way.
Just find a lot of keys in pods so far. Ooh, that's tempered sword.
Yeah, that's really nice to have.
That is really nice with the knowledge you have right now of Mirror being go mode. Even if you have to do Silverless Cannon, it's so much easier if you have tempered compared to Master Sword.
Or is it Telmiran is going for the boss here? He knows he's only one item away from go mode, so I don't blame him here.
Indeed, yeah. You mean Telmiran or?
Telmiran, yeah.
Yeah. I think the news is full clearing Thieves Town. Yeah, going to check the big chest key as well.
Is this gonna be our mirror?
Nope. Just a little bit of love. Chad also pointing out a couple of the dungeons you still have to do. Not all of them are really big time saves if you go mode them. I think Swamp Palace would be, I mean, it's nice if you can just skip the left side swamp because you know you have everything you need.
Yeah.
Then again, mirror can't be in swamp because
yeah.
swamp is mirror lock.
Yeah, we have a lot of them today because of those myths. So it's a lot of places that the mirror can't be.
Indeed. And here we have two boss fights at the same time. Minous finishing off blind. Getting a crystal.
Yeah, at least getting that bombos and that sword in Thieves Town.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Especially getting tempered. It's just nice to have to worry about checking a lot of chests after finding mirror.
Just a map on Helma. So I'm guessing Telmiran is gonna go back in and clear it out here.
I would assume so. Minous finding a red bottle, which is nice to have a little bit more safety, especially if you have to do Silverless Cannon later on. You may as well have a couple of bottles so you can have some magic and some heart refill.
Minous checking bumper ledge here. We have the cape, so this item is in logic.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. Telmiran deciding not to go to the back of pod in this case. Just heading out. And also go to the Town area.
If Telmiran decides to go to Skull Woods here, he can have a little harder fight because we won't have that tempered sword that Minous got from Thieves Town.
That's true. It could mean Hammer Moth, maybe. Ooh. That's the Canis Samari. We don't need it, but it's nice.
It's nice to have here in Skullwood to check the next check Minous is gonna do, and of course, really nice to have in Ice Palace.
Yeah. Yeah, chat is still saying Ether Tablet. That's the one. That's what we're on.
Yeah.
You know, we can't go from full troll mode to easy mode. We have to bait them a little bit.
Telmiran is going to the back right away here.
Yep.
just rushing bosses, as it seems like.
Yeah, I can sort of understand. I mean, if you find a mirror on the boss, you can just go. It's a bit risky, but you'll be in go mode immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an aggressive play, but it's a really interesting play as well.
It's always. Ooh, I wanted to say a smart play from Telmiran just using ether to clear out the Gibdos, but he got caught by the hand, so that always stings.
Yeah, that wall master is this game's maybe second most hated enemy. I think maybe up on the mountain we have some small irritating stuff that are a bit more
Yeah, exactly.
likable.
I was about to say, I know what's on that number one. I know they're on my number one.
Yeah.
Okay, we see Moth fight, Tempered Sword on Minous side. Still has red potion if needed.
Yeah. But with the red mail, it makes it a bit easier, and there you go.
Very nice. We do see Telmiran using a green potion.
Yeah, only with Master Sword. He wants to get in some fire shots here.
There we go. That's Moth for both runners. Minous go again to do the bridge chest.
Yeah, I think this is the last check for Minous, so I'm guessing it's gonna be an item here.
I'm not sure. I don't think Minous went into the entire part of the front schools. I'm not entirely sure about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Could be true, yeah.
Maybe was hoping for a big key or something.
Yeah, and with no mirror, we have to go the way back because it's gonna take too long to do a death warp.
Yep, yeah, especially with red mail. Red mail is really nice until you need to death warp.
Yeah. We don't have a lot left to check, actually.
That's true, there are a lot of dungeons they just cannot enter. Oh, that's the second item, it's just 5 rupees. So maybe the progressive item, the mirror, is in the back of pod.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate for Telmiran. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see a bit longer. We have both of the red crystals here, so we're gonna see a pyramid check.
Yeah, and I don't think we've seen the pyramid ledge either.
No one has been up there, so there's nothing there. I'm guessing we're gonna see a catfish check as well.
Yeah, that's what I think as well.
And Telmiran is gonna soon pick up that cane of Samaria.
Yes.
And I'm guessing heading into Thieves Town.
Yeah, that's what I would assume as well. Hopefully finding Tempered as well. I think it was in the C-shaped house. So that would be...
Tempered, I think, was in Thieves Town. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's either in Thieves Town or in the Village of Outcasts. I'm pretty sure of that. Alright.
And one whole year there from Drunk Future Self. Nice. Nice penetration there.
Get some blueberries on the pyramid ledge. And another bottle. Deciding
Yeah.
not to check what the big fairy has in store for him.
Minous could maybe go right away here to pod, but let's see if he's gonna check catfish.
And it is a catfish check.
This is not gonna be it. I'm guessing Minous is gonna full clear pod because he have not much else left to do.
No, and I think Minous has been full clearing most of the dungeons. I mean, they still could go to Eastern, I think, because sorry, Desert, because they do have the book. Maybe they just kind of want to grab the flute and head over to Desert, but we haven't seen Desert from either of our runners.
Yeah, that is two potential checks. That could be something.
Yeah, I think it has to be either a Desert pod or, of course, our Ether tablet.
Yeah.
The fact that it's still not out of the question is, I think it keeps it entertaining.
It does, yeah. Yeah, we see Minous is going for pod as expected here.
Indeed. Telmiran heading into Thieves Town, finding Bombos. Probably going to finish up the entire Thieves Town.
Yeah, and I remember that the Tempered Sword is gonna be up where the bombable floor are.
Oh yes, it's over there. Also want to do a little shout out to our Restreamer, Cinaeth, and our tracker, Vextopher. It's really helpful to have a couple of good people in the community helping us out with this restream.
Yeah, I'm really glad we got this stream to happen. Really fun seed to watch at least and commentate here.
Yeah, this is a really fun seed so far, so I'm hoping it will go on a little bit longer.
Yeah, but a really interesting discussion that we have here in the chat is that the back of pod has a lot of dense items, so logically it would be really weird just for the last item to be here. So it's more interesting to see if the logic is gonna pinpoint you to just one item somewhere. So that could be a thing. That could be why they left pod for now.
Telmiran picking up the Tempered. Already found the Bombos earlier. So probably just heading over, grabbing blind, and going into the boss fight soon.
Yeah. And it's also good that both runners have checked Hyla Island, so both know that myths are there. I don't think there were any items here in the front of pod, right? It was only like an extra big key and perhaps the big key because Telmiran went to the boss.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we found a lot of keys, and I think we found the big key in either the vanilla location or the chest red underneath that one.
Yeah. And compass on boss, so it's actually a lot of items here in pod left.
Indeed.
I see Minous is going for the boss here as well. But that is also the correct play here, I would say, because if you don't have the mirror, you don't want to death warp with a red mail. So if you go to the boss, you just end up in the front, and then you can go back in and save and quit from like the dark maze.
That is true. Assuming that Minous will go back in after the boss, then that would be the smartest play to do right now. At least with the information we have, it should be either on the locations we mentioned: Pod, Desert, Ether Tablet. Alright, Telmiran finishing up blind, getting another crystal.
Yeah, that's crystal number 4 for Telmiran. Minous is gonna get his 4th crystal soon. And Telmiran, I'm guessing, is gonna check the game and also Stumpy.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. Getting the full heart container from the dig game and then heading over to Stump.
A nice hell of a fight there from Minous, getting his 4th crystal.
Indeed. So let's see what Minous will do. Going back in or heading out to probably do Desert in this case.
Yeah. But with all items left in pod, I'm guessing it's gonna going back in. When Telmiran was here, he went there before Skullwoods and Thieves Town, so it was not such a gamble because he had a lot of things to do left.
And Telmiran getting the book off of the Stumpy. So he knows Desert Palace could be in play. At least for maybe for Mirror, but it's clearable right now.
And Telmiran also going for the red bomb. Let's see if Pod have something now.
Yeah, I'm really curious. Ooh.
Off magic.
Nice to have, especially if they don't find silvers. You want to save the magic if you're fighting against Ganon.
And Ice Rod.
We do know that's not required right now, but...
Yeah, don't need that.
Ooh.
Silvers!
Speaking of silvers, wow. So at least this dip into the back of Pod isn't a total waste. So I do think if Mirror is not in somewhere in Pod, I don't think Telmiran will ever go back to grab silvers from Pod.
No, it's gonna last locate Pod at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a big chest left here in Pod. Let's see if it's gonna be our Mirror or not.
Yes, a hard container.
So Desert or Ether Tablet? And picking out the Mirror is not gonna be Ether Tablet play.
No, I was curious because Minous did start at the mountain, but understandably deciding not to go to Ether. Yeah, I see Chet asking if Telmiran did pod, but not the back. Yes, that's the case. I think it was the first dungeon Telmiran did well in Dark World.
That is
Decided,
correct, sir, yeah.
yeah, decided to do all of the early checks, lots of keys, and just went straight to the back, probably taking a gamble. And decided to finish off Helmasar and not going back for the other checks.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Telmiran is gonna follow Minous here into desert.
I think so, but it is a bit rough for Telmiran because if you don't have silvers, you really like the half magic, but both half magic and silvers are in the back of pot. So if he's not returning to the pod, which we assume he will not do, he won't have silvers and he won't have half magic.
Yeah, so I'm guessing Minous is gonna be a bit of a head start here, leading into desert and also having those extra items. We're gonna see our first item here on the big chest of desert. Is this our go mode item? It's not.
That Aether tablet is looking really, 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 really possible right now.
Yeah, and it's so funny that we discussed that really early and like go in there right away, get the go mode, just can rush everything.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the case, I know you should
Alright.
probably not worry about your opponent, but imagine going to Aether after doing almost every check you could have done before. You may just think like, oh my god, why didn't I check this sooner? Did my opponent check this before?
Yeah, we actually have two checks up on the mountain. Spy Cave, chat pointing out also that we, or is it? Yeah, we have the cape, so it's in logic.
Yeah, it's in logic, and we haven't seen that one, though. Two checks in Death Mountain.
I don't see Telmiran has it on his tracker, but I think he have the cape.
I'm not entirely sure where we found the cave.
I think it was around in Thieves Town or outside of Thieves Town.
Yeah, I think it may have been in the C-shaped hut.
Yeah, I got the cape. Shadows pointing out here. Thanks.
Thank you. Windows making good use of silver arrows right away.
Can get a bit tricky to have the timing right.
Indeed, but okay, that's just 300 rupees.
Yeah,
very
for the
nice.
Mountain.
It's not what they need. This is at least they're doing the crystal dungeons. They didn't have to. They couldn't dip into the other pendant dungeons besides Hera. So that's a bit of a relief maybe for them, but still, up to the mountain we go.
Yeah, and I'm guessing it's gonna go around to check both items. Can opt to just do Spike Cave as well.
Yeah, they. I think they have to. They don't have the mirror, so they cannot go through spectacle, up a spectacle. So maybe Minous hasn't done the checks over here. I'm not sure, but oh no, going to Spy Cave right away. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess Minous wanted some style points before heading into the Spy Cave.
If this is not it, this is gonna be required, I think, triple or quadruple up on the mountain.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's the butter sword. Wow.
Ether tablet, ether tablet.
That's crazy. I think I had like 5 or 6 mandatory trips to Death Mountain in my seed earlier this morning, but
Yeah.
this is also just calling out Ether Tablet right away, and of course it's easy. I can't think of any check they haven't checked themselves right now.
And we see both runners are going for it, so I'm guessing this is gonna be last location for both. Well, Telmiran hasn't checked back on pod, but I guess they talked about it, and it's because it's so dense, so they didn't think it's gonna be there. And at this point, they were right.
Yeah, and I think Telmiran also not deciding to do Spy Cave before, it could mean that they won't have silvers, and they won't have... Yeah, there it is, the mirror.
Of course.
Yep. But we kind of know now that Telmiran is going to have to do silverless tempered sword cannon. Because we know where butter sword is, we know where silvers are, and Telmiran is almost definitely not going to check those locations.
Yeah, Minous is from this point gonna have a little bit easier of a time going through the game, but it all comes down to execution now.
Yeah, it's really interesting having them both at go mode at around, I think, 1.845 or something.
Yeah, what a seed, what a seed. Getting those boots up on the mountain, to get that fire rod in library, to get the moon pearl down in the basement of Hera, and then getting the book from the dark world of Stumpy and going up again to get that mirror on Ether tablet. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's definitely a rough seat for both of them. At least they don't have to go through Mire or Turtle Rock, so that's a bit of a relief maybe for them, but this is still a very trolly seat.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Both deciding to go for Swamp first, which is understandable. They can just finish up Swamp, head over to the island, use Mirror, get the mids, jump back in the water, go through Ice Palace.
Oh, right, that's true. That's really smart, actually.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, those are the last 2 crystals they need.
Yeah, it is, and it's also I think Telmiran is gonna lose some time here because he's gonna do a lot of extra checks, I guess, for to get those silvers, or on the way at least.
Yeah,
like this one.
exactly. Oh no, deciding not to do it. I was about to say, like, this is already the first check that Minous obviously isn't going to do because of the fact that Minous has Butter Sword and silvers.
Yeah, I have everything he needs. It could be nice, of course, with like the powder or something. So he might check some chests on the way.
That is true. Powder is really nice to have in GT. Very clean diver down on Telmiran's side. Minous deciding to just do the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, he's not gonna those checks he don't need. Really important. So he's gonna say bye bye to them.
Yeah, that's understandable. This is also a safe route. You just need to push the lever, and you're on track.
Yeah, and if you don't have already, guys, please give those runners a follow. They're putting up a great show here, and it has been a really interesting and awesome seed so far.
Indeed, it has. I always wonder the choices they made this time. If it was more of their own, or maybe the mentors kind of whispered, like, okay, maybe we should just check this one first. It's interesting to hear about them later on.
Yeah. But something interesting as well that I just thought of was that Telmiran got the book really late because they went into pod and skipped out on Stumpy until the real end there. So for him,
Yeah.
it was actually just a couple of checks left at that point.
That's very true. Also, Minous with the poke strat, really clean.
Yeah, wow, that was a really nice boss fight there.
Yeah, Telmiran having already finished Argus, Minous just finishing up theirs, and there's the crystal. Telmiran getting the mids and over to Ice Palace. This is such a close race.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be all the way up to GT, really close here, and I think it can come down to GT routing.
Yeah, it's obvious that Minous has the superior equipment for GT and the Ganon fight, and we know it's not going to change. But, I mean, maybe if Telmiran decides to check a certain side in GT and it turned out to be first item, big key, and Minous is still hunting for theirs, it could still mean that Telmiran has a good way of finishing first anyway.
You just have to wait and see.
Indeed. Right now, they're just going through Ice Palace, not forgetting to turn to Switch Blue, and heading back for Icebreaker.
Yeah, we do that so we don't have to find that big key.
I also think is really cool. It's the Mentor tournament. The runners are less experienced than most of the usual runners you would see in daily races or other restreams, and I think it's really cool. Like Telmiran just having this clean icebreaker.
Yeah, that was a really nice icebreaker glitch there. And we see Telmiran opting to check some checks on the way here.
Yeah, it's understandable. If you happen to find a few easy to reach chests, you should as well. You could as well just check them. I guess the only thing that would be really helpful for Telmiran right now, with stuff he can still get, is the powder you mentioned. Maybe an extra bottle.
Yeah, you only have one. Is it so?
I think maybe he has two. I'm not sure if he got the potion. I think there was one in Village of Outcasts. But he has at least one, but
yeah,
I'm curious to see if he does find something like the powder or an extra bottle. Telmiran starting off the fight with Bumbos, using the Fire Rod. Very clean fight.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, Minous getting in to Coaster as well, and having half magic and the gold sword. I think it's not gonna be so hard of a fight here.
I don't think so either. But with this Gold Star kill, I think Telmiran has everything he needs to go and climb GT.
Yeah, that's right. So he's gonna have a little bit of a guessing game here.
Indeed.
Guessing where that big key is gonna be between number 1 and 22. What do you think it's gonna be?
Seeing as how the seed has been, I think I'll say like 18. Just go
Well,
all the way.
Having it be this way, I'm saying 22. Yeah,
And
we
there we
see
go.
Telmiran getting some more potions before going up to GT.
Yes, and we do see Minous also finishing up. Cold Stare. No issues there. Heading up to GT.
Yeah, not going to buy his potions, but I'm guessing he's gonna have maybe 1 or 2 more. At least 1 more potion. Ooh,
Yeah, I
and
think so
that's
as well.
that rock.
Yep, you hate to see it. I do have to say, moments like these, I think it's what Telmiran also kind of needs to get a good head start.
Yep. But we have a race, people.
Yeah, this is really exciting.
Oh, and Telmiran skipping out on those 2 checks there in Super Bunny Cave.
That is interesting. Maybe they just said, you know, GT is always loaded, so let's just go to GT and be done with it. And even if they don't have it, maybe they feel safe enough to just go ahead and see if they have to do tempered silvers. Well, they just have to do it.
Well, I know Telmiran is not gonna have too much of trouble with the tempered sword because you don't have to do spins. And we have the cape, we have 2 blue potions. It just takes a little more longer time in the last phase than Minus is gonna have there because of the silvers. But yeah, let's see.
All right, Telmiran is starting at the right side, finding a map, and just a few rupees.
Yeah, so not going right here right away.
No, there was no key. Okay, third check is also a bust. And it looks like Minus will have the same issues as Telmiran just had.
Yeah, by the looks of it, the same routing here. Let's see if any one of them is gonna mirror out after this. Oh, Minus, no key. Oh, he's checking first check here? No.
I mean, that would have been a ballsy play.
It would, yeah. Well, it would have been really funny to see.
Is the key? I
Yeah,
think that was
check
our
number 8.
8th check. Yes.
Yeah.
Using the cane to good use.
Nice use there of ether.
Yep. We're going into check number 9. That's the small key. Telmiran going into the Rando room. 4 more checks to find here.
Oh, so 13 checks.
13 checks and still nothing.
And by the looks of it, it's gonna have the same routing here. So they're not gonna gain any time on routing decision, except if there could be a tile room play before going full right.
That is a possibility, but I don't see them go for the top room all that quickly, but who knows?
So check number 14 coming up here from Telmiran.
Yep. obviously they don't have the powder. So, oh, there it is. Check number 14. Let's see. I do see a 12 in the chat from Nerefeo. I think that's the
Nice.
closest anyone has guessed it today. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're on to the actual climb.
Yeah, let's see how much time Telmiran is gonna lead when they are doing the climb here, and if it's gonna be enough or not.
Indeed. It's still very close.
Yeah, it's gonna be about a minute actually.
And there's the big key for Minous.
And I have to be a little bit careful. I don't know what potions Minous has, but he only have 2.5 heart here.
We may see we have at least one red.
Yeah,
I am
and
also
one
not
green.
entirely sure. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if... I think he may have 3 bottles, but probably just red and green, maybe. Telmiran using ether. Telmiran has to watch the health a little bit. Still okay, but one more room to go before having to fight Clan Moa 2. No powder, unfortunately.
Yeah, but using that bottle not to get a death there.
Yeah. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to do the climb again.
Exactly.
Having a little bit issue here with Landmolas too. Unfortunately getting a 4th phase here.
Heading through right now. Meanwhile, Minous is busy killing all of the enemies in the gauntlet. One of the Stelphos trolling. Alright. Both runners making some good progress through Genis Tower.
Yeah, this could be really close.
Minous is making short work of these Lamoa with the silver arrows.
Yeah, he definitely earned some time there.
Yeah. I think it was a 2 cycle.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, Telmiran just skipping every chest right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm guessing it's gonna check this last validation check at least.
Just the 20 rupees.
Yeah, not gonna use that.
There we go. Telmiran on the Aga 2 fight. Ooh, getting a triple.
And that's
Still,
four.
yes, still 2 hits left on Aga. There we go. Telmiran finishing off Aga. Meanwhile, Minous finishing off Moldarn 2.
Yeah, let's see if that gold sword and silver is gonna have the difference here or not.
Yeah, it won't make a difference in the Aga 2 fight, obviously, but
Yeah.
again, a fight is a whole different story.
Yeah, we get Ganon singing a bit for us.
This is a really good position.
Oh, and Telmiran is getting up in the corner there for the second phase. That's really good for him.
Indeed, this is a good spot to be in right now. Making good use of the cape as well.
Yeah,
Already
really
on the
nice
third
cape.
phase.
They're making
That was
really nice work of Ganon here.
very, very nice. And that's Aga 2 down for Minous. Also
Nice.
en route to the last Ganon fight.
He hasn't gained any time yet. I think it's almost the same climb.
I do think so as well, so it's very, very close.
Yeah, and Telmiran is getting the information that the silvers were in pod.
Yes, but Telmiran did get the torch glitch, which is really nice if you have to do silverless. Meanwhile, Minous also started their Ganon fight right now.
Telmiran is taking it easy here. Don't want to get pushed off of that fire bed.
Very understandable. Tried to go for a triple there, but yes, didn't make it.
I think that's 8.
I think so as well.
Just 2 more hits. Or maybe 1 more.
It could be. There we go. That was a very clean fight. And this has been a very, very close race.
Yeah, and we see that Minous is on his last save here as well and getting in 1 silver. And GG to Telmiran.
GG.
Just 1 more silver for Minous here.
Yes, almost done as well. Very nice.
Wow. Yeah, so he
GG.
made up a lot of time here on the Ganon fight, of course. Maybe 40-50 seconds.
Yeah, it was a very good race, very good fought. Just not enough for Minous. GG's to both of them, though. They really did their best. GG's in chat as well. All right.
Yeah, and we get Telmiran on an official race time GG finish on 1 hour, 31 minutes and 8 seconds. And on second place, Minous and 27 on 1 hour, 31 minutes and 46 seconds. So that's only 38 seconds after.
Yes, GG's
That
to
was
both
awesome.
runners.
That was awesome. Very, very straightforward seed. And most decisions I was honestly pretty happy with. Telmiran, I'm assuming yours went fairly similar, and it was just a matter of some execution choices.
Yeah, most likely. We decided to skip pod, like went straight to the boss. Then we did other stuff, and never went back.
Okay, we did straight to boss, but then we immediately did the back of it.
Yeah.
So like the same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
There was some minor execution mistakes on my side, and then I went to GT's backup for fairies and stuff. So took GT climb a little slower.
Some mistakes as well. I'm not happy with my performance with some parts. But yeah, we decided to skip pod and route it in later, like after Pyramid Fairy. But then we got the book. And at that point we were like, well, we skipped pod, so if you guys did the back, then we probably already lost. So we decided to follow the book and found Mirror on Ether. So
when did you? So you checked Ether much sooner. We last locationed it.
We only had that Spike Cave and pod left.
Yeah, so we did pod, Spike Cave, and then that.
Yeah, the big interesting thing between you guys there was actually that when you both went to Hype Cave, after that Telmiran went straight to pod, whilst Minous you went to left there and get the book from Stumpy. So that means that Ether Tablet was much sooner in logic for you guys. So the chat and us were talking about that. Oh, this seed was so awful with that Moon Pearl fire locked. So it's gonna be that mirror on Ether Tablet. And what do you know?
Yeah, we were staring at it for a while. Looking at it. And I'm like, should we follow this book? I don't want to go back up there if it's not. So we had first thought well, maybe we'll find it in desert.
We saw both of you. I think we could usually understand your logic pretty well. Having to go back to Hera basement because you didn't have the fire rod, because the boots were in the spiral cave and the fire rod was in library. That's not a fun check to have to do. But after that, like you said, it was pretty straightforward, except for the Ether Tablet mirror, which we jokingly said immediately, "Oh, it's probably on that place." And then it happened. And it was also very interesting to see because we saw Telmiran skip the back of pod, and it turned out to have a progressive sword and silvers, and then Spike Cave also had a progressive sword, and those were the checks that Telmiran didn't do. So we already knew from the moment both of you were in Gomo that Minous was going to fight Ganon with Butter Sword Silver, and Telmiran would fight it with Emperor Sword Silverless.
Yeah, and we had it was a half magic in pod.
Yeah, I had. I was doing some checks in Go mode, trying to find either silvers or half magic. It's convenient to have, but
that was nice. We once we hit Go mode, which we kind of knew very quickly, we were like, it's going to be up on that mountain, so. We're going to be able to do Swamp and Ice Palace completely Go mode, and then go into GT, just find the big key and leave. So and then you're right, because we did those checks. The Ganon fight was really easy. My climb was a little messy, but all in all, it was a really solid seed, and for when it sounds like really good showing from the both of us. So I'm happy. I'm happy with how the seed went.
You played really well, both of you. So it was really interesting to see this race.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see that we made different decisions.
Yeah, you started right away. One went to went to Link's house, and one went to Sanctuary.
Yeah, that's true. Right off the bat, one was doing the front of Escape, and the other to KOEK. So it was fun to see. A lot of divergence right from the get-go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we basically did everything we could to last location ether tablet. That was pretty much our biggest choice that we could take back, and that's a hard choice to make, because at any point we could have found the mirror in any check before that and been just as good, but there it was. So nothing that I'll lose any sleep over. I was still happy with the rest of it.
Yeah, and I think it also helped that obviously you saw the mids. Like that was also one of the fun parts of the seed. You saw Fire Rod, you couldn't get it. You saw the mids, you couldn't get it.
Mhm.
So you had to go back at one point. But at least because the mids were obviously mirror lock, and both Mire and Turtle Rock were pendants, you knew as soon as you knew Mirror's Go mode, you don't have to check both of those big dungeons. So
That's
maybe it made you feel at ease just a little bit that you don't have to dip those dungeons.
It did, very much so. Once we saw that, Tusi and I were talking, and we said, this is a really nice seed, honestly. We know where some of our big items are. We know exactly what we need to get them. As soon as we find this mirror, we're done. So, and we knew that we could get into neither place without it, really. So, we probably could. I'm just glad we didn't have to think about that. That's all I'm saying. We didn't have to think about dipping them.
Yeah, I think it was a really fun race to see. Fun racing comment on. I think looking at the chat during the run, especially with the ether tablet mirror meme, it was a fun race overall. So yeah, thank you both for really an excellent race.
And let's see, I got a 129 collection rate with a total time of 129.31. That's the best I've ever done. So I'm getting better.
Yeah, you both have the same collection rate, actually.
Yeah.
Awesome. But otherwise, the only unfortunate thing is this seed doesn't have a lot of other interesting things to talk about. Because after those very key items looking for, it was all execution. For me, I was very happy with my go mode performance of definitely Ice Palace. I wish I'd gotten Icebreaker a little bit faster, but like the boss fight was really fun for me.
Yeah, I think both of your Ice Palace runs, especially Icebreaker, I was talking about it with SwedishArcticFox. The fact that as runners right now, getting mentored, trying to learn the game a little bit better, and then seeing both of the racers just easily doing Icebreaker. That's things like that. It makes me happy to see, learning a lot during the mentor tournament and just pulling off the Icebreaker when it's needed. It's cool to see.
Absolutely. It's been so fun to learn too. Reverse, I refused to try Diver Down for the Swamp go mode, and I figured in this particular case it's not that much of a difference.
Yeah.
But even I was thinking about it when we were walking back, I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not very good at it yet. So that's still something to learn, but the Icebreaker I'm doing pretty well at, so I'm happy.
That's good.
So I suppose that's it. It's just talking about. I know we're kind of ending the week here, so as early as later tonight or tomorrow, we'll be planning out our next race, and we'll do it all over again.
Sounds good.
Yeah, they are gonna come out on some more games here, and it's gonna be interesting to see if maybe we're gonna do one more race here later tonight. I'm not sure if we had the full crew for it yet. Maybe we can get some confirmation from our Restreamer.
So I'm looking at the document right now. We only have one commentator currently signed up for the race in a half an hour. And then 6 o'clock tonight, we have a full crew signed up. It's just a matter of the Restreamer picking who's going to be on that crew. So definitely tune in for 6 p.m. tonight for Philistine versus Clan Dero. Otherwise, yeah, we may see you in a half an hour. We may not.
All right. I think it's about time we wrap up this commentary stream, I think.
Yeah, and it was a pleasure to do the commentary here with you, KOEK. Or what do you think about your first commentating on our race here?
Yeah, thanks. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was a really fun race to watch and also a fun race to comment on. And I think we did nicely. So yeah, I'm happy to be on the comms for once, and maybe we'll get another chance. I'll hop out again. So thank you as well for co-accommodating this with me.
Yeah, it was a really fun race to commentate on, and really fun that the racers just were less than a minute off each other there.
Yeah, it was a very exciting race as well.
Yeah, and we have some questions here in chat. Do we have any raid recommendations, perhaps?
I guess that depends on if the race in 30 minutes is actually happening. Probably raid after that, otherwise.
Yeah, there would be a possibility, but we still have to see if the race will be restreamed. But we'll see.
Well, awesome. Thanks so much for having us on and for restreaming us. I always appreciate that. It gives an opportunity to kind of, and it's really, I like the environment for after the race too. It's a really nice place to like come back and talk through what just happened. It helps me learn. It helps me learn for sure.
All right. Good to hear.
Yeah, so this is gonna be it for us for now, and thank you guys so much, and yeah, see you next time.
Indeed. Thanks, and also thanks. Shout out to the runners, the trackers. Give them a follow if you can, and we'll see you at the next time.